This is the ADCON station, and basically what this is this is the radio that collects the data from our device in the soil and transmits this information to our wine grower's office here locally in Temecula, and then it transmits it on up to Madeira, where the information then is sent back on the internet to my device, either my cell phone and or my computer, to determine when and how often the frequency of irrigation that's needed. If we look down here, this is the C probe, and this is here to give us the readings of the actual moisture in the ground. There's a computer board in here that basically sends the information up to the radio. These kind of gold colored rings is actually that sends the pulse out into the soil, and it's kind of like I'll relay it to like a submarine where you send out a pulse and the pulse comes back, and basically by how it bounces back it determines what the moisture is in the soil. And so this goes all the way down in the soil. We have in this one there's 4 different depths, and then I can set up a program where we can actually determine whether or not the ground needs to have water or not.
So what we're doing is called a pressure bomb test. And what a pressure bomb is, it's a device that tests how much pressure it takes to get the sap of a grape leaf to reverse. And the reason why that's relevant in irrigation is the plant is pulling water from the ground by doing evapotranspiration. It creates a vacuum in the leaf, and the leaf pulls it up through the xylem, through the vascular system of the plant, and that's how the leaf is supplied with moisture. So if we want to know how much moisture the leaf has, a good indication is how much vacuum is it having to develop to get that water up.
The pressure chamber bomb is a device for applying air pressure to a leaf or small shoot, where most of the leaf is inside the chamber, but a small part of the leaf is exposed to the outside of the chamber through a seal. The amount of pressure that it takes to cause water to appear at the stem tells you how much tension the leaf is experiencing. A high value of pressure means a high value of tension and a high degree of water stress.
So we just got done doing a pressure bomb test. What I do with that data is I put it into a sheet where I monitor all my pressure bomb tests. So what I'm looking at is the relative ratio of how that stress is happening over the year. One of the things I really love about doing a pressure bomb test is it's an actual test on the actual vine. The vine is telling me directly how much stress it's under. But ultimately the test is not only coming out here at the pressure bomb to pick leaves, but to just actually look. And to see, I mean, for example, on this, you can see as late as the season is, I'm getting a little bit of a second growth here, and I have really nice tendril growth. These are just starting to dry out a little bit. And if I look on the chart, I see that I actually have fairly low stress on this Cabernet Sauvignon. So I'm getting a actual field verification of what I'm getting from the CIMMYS data, what I'm getting from the pressure bomb test, and what I'm getting from my aerometers. And ultimately, the best test is just observation.